It's about musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. But it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us. Bring it safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that we have reduced the prices of crop beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
When you want some more, I provide. So we start to come. Come on, some very deep, but it taught to each
Good morning, good morning, good morning, folks. Good morning and welcome to the Throwback. It's another Friday, and we are back here this morning to run you up to 12:30 this afternoon. All right, so this edition of the Throwback promises to be super heavy, and so just invite a friend to listen because we are about to take you back into time. We are about to, retrospect, reminisce the old days. And the Terminator, I'm sitting here pretty tight with you this morning. And I also have with me chicken soup from New York City. Good morning to you, big man.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Throwback. This is the Friday morning show. We reminisce about our past, the good things that we enjoy compared to what we are today. So join us and make life easy for ourselves. It's all about fun, all right, so that we can at least relieve ourselves from the big headache since Monday to today, Friday, which is our own holiday, Islamic holiday, like your Sunday. So how you doing, Terminator?
Well, comme ci, comme ça. No, we can't complain. We're just grateful to God for life.
So true. But
How's your
you can make the look at the bottom of the screen. You can draw us back a little bit instead of the way we are.
Okay,
You just
let me
play with those things underneath the
yeah, don't worry, I'm
screen.
going to get that. Let me do it first. Okay.
Okay, now the other way. Yeah, keep playing with it. Will come.
Let, let
Keep playing with it.
let me do it this way.
Oh, okay.
No, okay, it's better like this. It's better like this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
So what's up? What's up, my man? How's New York City? Is it still raining?
Yeah, I mean, rain sees a little bit, but it's not. I don't think we're going to see any sun today, and we're experiencing rain in the afternoon. It's
So
going
what?
to be till Saturday tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what's about Liberia weather? You care to update us because the sun is up and I don't know
yeah,
whether we are expecting rain today.
yes. You're expecting rain. If it didn't rain, then you are lucky. But the weather report, the weatherman say it's going to rain right 12 o'clock. That sun going to change to rain after 12, after midday. It will change to cloudy or rain because sometimes when it's too cloudy like that, it shows that it's raining, but sometimes it doesn't rain, especially at rain season. But on my screen here, it's telling me that you will be experiencing midday, which is 12, 1, 2 o'clock area there, you'll be experiencing thunderstorm and lightning, and the sun will run away from you totally. You're not going to see the sun at all until night, and it will be
Wow.
raining. Yes, I
Once
think
more, wow.
if you check outside now, the sun is about to leave you guys. If you experience any sun,
Mm.
yes, and it will
Like,
start. So
today
if you
Friday, yeah, today Friday they rain gotta behave. A lot of people gotta go hustle. Yeah.
oh yeah, you gotta hustle, but that rain time now. And tomorrow is the tomorrow weather Saturday is you're not going to see the sun at all. If you see it, then by chance because we are human. But this is what on my screen right here. Tomorrow Saturday in the morning, it was in the morning area. You experience rain up to 9 will be raining. The whole day tomorrow you don't expect rain. I mean, don't expect sun. The sun will not come up. Sunday,
Wow.
you experience a lot of sun. Sunday, you experience a lot of sun in the afternoon area. But in the evening area, the rain will come back to you again. But Sunday will be a little bit break, a little bit break for you. You can go, you go to church and come back with all no problem. We all know rain with a little bit of sun shining in the morning hour till you get back from till 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock area. Then it will start. Then probably it will rain again.
Hmm.
But
In the
Sunday
kind
is
of country, in the kind of country, 2 days rain, that's small thing, though.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
is going to stop a lot of people from going out there to look for stuff for their family.
yeah, but you stay. The rain will not stop. The rain doesn't stop somebody who is hungry from
I
hustling.
know, right?
It
Yeah.
won't stop from you because that hunger will take you outside there. You go find
Oh
something
yeah.
to.
You know you can be inside.
Not at all.
But
Okay. So
some rain there when you're falling to even get outside, it can be easy. Oh, sometimes you try the umbrella can make it. The rain can be so heavy until you can't even have the mind to get out.
well, you are a little bit all right because at least you get transportation to move you around. You
Mm.
know, so you are not like the average man, average hustler. They
My
have
man,
to.
yes, my man, I beg you.
And when you get car, you are one step ahead, though. You can move from one point to another faster than the
Well,
man who.
who doesn't have? I agree with you on that one. But
Yes.
my thing is, you having the car say you got to get down from the car, and getting down from the car, you got the ring out of flock you small before you go to
Do
where you
you,
going.
do you do you know because I get car here, I do not overdress during the cold.
Mm,
Like some people who going to take mass transportation, they have to walk to the bus, they have to walk to the train, they have to go catch a ferry. The way they bundle up, I don't bundle up like that. This I can put on one little fancy jacket over my working suit and go out because I'm going into the car, which the car got heat. And when I get out of the car, I get few steps to take to go to the working site. From the
hmm.
working place, the same routine. Everywhere I'm going, I'm in the car or outside the car going inside. So I'm not walking in the street to go catch a bus or get on in the cab or get on the train. That's when you really experience the cold.
Yeah.
So I dress, people say, my man, you dress like that. I said, but why? I'm not walking in the street like you are. From one end, I'm in the car. From the car, I'm in the house. From the house, I'm somewhere. So it's just like you over there, you get a car. I don't care how it rain. If you have to go on Broad Street, you go on Broad Street. The place you go, you park your car. You have few minutes to walk to few minutes where you going. You can even run without umbrella.
That is correct.
You know. So
Hmm.
that when you live somewhere and you experience, especially when you get transportation available to yourself, you're a little bit better than the man who don't have that transportation.
Yeah.
Not that you reach, that's not what I'm saying. It's just
No.
that you do things a little faster than the man who even car. When you get car, you get woman faster than men who don't have a car.
You sure about that?
I'm quite sure because you can transport that woman anywhere they want to go. The man who don't have a car, he have to pay her way to go. But you, hey, my man, you can take me to this place. Probably taking that woman to somewhere, the relationship can boost from one to another. Car is very essential in one life. Believe me.
Yeah. So
Last
what's
time
up, man? What's up?
nothing. Tomorrow, the old timer going to Trenton. Yeah, like you one somewhere in New Jersey. That's one of the cities you find a lot of Liberian. And mainly the Bassa people, they plenty there too. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, we're going to the old timer of our team here, the Staten Island old timer, going to take part in full team tournament. They invited us to go there. We'll be there. I think it's a whole weekend thing. This is one of the best holiday in America, Memorial Weekend, which fall on Monday. So people schedule most of their thing because money involved in the weekend. They schedule things. This is the time family come together. They go visit uh, their
Yeah,
love.
relative graves.
Yeah, people
Hmm.
go there, they sit down, they have fun. They don't have to go clean it because it's already clean. All they do, they buy flowers, they take few little bit of chairs, few chairs to go sit down, find time with that grave or that person in that grave. And myself, sometimes follow most of my friends. My father was buried here. So as I will go there with my other cousin, we already made that arrangement. On Monday, we're visiting the gravesite. It's about 1 hour drive from where I live, where
Oh,
my
okay.
father. Mhm. So people commit to those things, just like how you guys do it. Only thing Liberia, I'm happy now. They say there are a lot of grave, which is just like here, very clean. You just go there, lay flower. So it's the
Yeah.
same here. This is
There's a
our.
place. There's a grave site owned by Ben and I Urace. It's in the Carisburg Inn. It's called the Shatta something. All right. And they have another place called Kaiser Memorial Lawn. That's where a lot of rich people can go and bury. And
That's
Simoses,
broad, right?
Simoses got a place on the Bombing Highway. It's,
Okay.
it's, it's called the Simoses Evergreen Cemetery.
And one good thing here in the Islamic, we have a specific area too for Muslims to bury. Islamic cemetery. They are very, very clean. Very
Okay.
clean. Yeah. And over here, you go to cemetery here, you don't see grave like back home or those big grave. You don't see it. You just see a little plate on the ground, plate separating one grave from another. You don't see graves, big grave like this at all. You do not see it.
That's
You
that's
just
that's that similar system being introduced here, because most of the guys who are running these various cemeteries are people from that side. So they brought that system back to the country.
okay. That's very good because when you see you copy good from good, when you copy bad from bad, that's when things go wrong.
And some of those areas too, to bury there is very costly.
Oh yeah, man, the people they trying to make things look good. It's not cheap for you to when you make money in life, you look for the good thing.
And the good thing about it too, like you said, Tunis, the graves are clean. The people who work there, they clean the grave. All you do when decoration day, you just go maybe take a flower and lay it, like what you guys will be doing on Monday.
Hmm.
So not
Over
like
here,
not like the Palm Grove Cemetery, the Center Street, and all of that. Where you have to go, you clean grass. In fact, those areas are not functioning anymore.
my brother, over here, those who work in the graveyard, they make good money. Some of them, the least they make is $25 per hour. Even if they just hire the person today, new employee, $25 per hour. That's the least. They make good money. Those who work in the cemetery. And it's not any big job they do. because everything work. You got all they do, you bring your body, and they would, if you have pallbearer, the pallbearer will take the body to close to the grave, then they set it down, then the grave, the cemetery workers will bring it and set it on top of it. The same way we bury back home, same way. They put it on top of the grave with those two things that thing can wind it down. And they leave it there, they do the prayer. When they finish doing the prayer, then they will ask everybody to move back. You can go in the distance to see them. You can stay there, they lower the casket all the way in the hole. They will lower the casket all the way in the hole. And
Big
then
girl, we just passing through. We're not having this kind of a discussion here today. We just passing
we
through.
we having it because it's Memorial Day over here. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we not have it's not our discussion that will come into about graveyard business. So it's just that man, Memorial Day for the man on Monday. So that
Yeah,
while
and
they
again,
just start telling us what they're gonna be doing. It's a regular thing. The same thing that happened here is the same thing that happened there. All right. It's just that some areas you will go, you don't have to go and clean grave. You will just go and lay a wreath. Some areas you will go, you will have to clean your grave and all of that. But the aside is different. So Tune was just trying, chicken soup, just trying to pass that through.
but you see, the thing is, my brother, we only explain this to people because a lot of people have the belief in Africa, including our country, Liberia. The thing we bury a little bit different from the way they bury in Liberia. They have the notion that they can stand people up.
Hmm.
Yes, that's what a lot of people, even including myself, before I visited this country, that's the belief I had. That because the people, so many in this country, the graveyard, they can stand them up. And that's not true.
Okay.
I've never experienced anywhere they stood somebody. I know they can burn people, they cremate people here. Some people don't want to be buried, so they take you and cremate you and they give the ashes to the family. But when they take you to that cemetery, you're in a casket, they lay you down. The only difference is sometimes when you buy the grave, you can buy a grave for two-person or three.
Okay.
So
Goodness.
yes, so like for instance, I can go buy a grave for myself and my wife, or myself, my wife, and my mother or my father. So if God forbid, or if God can forbid that because I would die anyway, God can forbid that. The day I die, they will bury me.
My man, Tunes, I beg you, with a that been discussion, but I will beg you. Let's do
Okay,
our
then
throwback.
yeah, I just want to explain the way the two
Yeah, yeah,
grave that it happened. That's what I'm
I
saying.
know, I know.
So when they bury me there, God will give me long life. When they bury me there, the next, let's assume my wife died. Second, when they bring the
Man,
body,
they lead a day by the business discussion. Tunis, let's do our throwback. Let's lead a day by the thing discussion. We beg you.
so okay, let's move back. Let's go back.
Yeah.
It's
So
just the reason.
I got a couple of questions for you today because I know you're old boy and you've been around for some time and all of that. So I know you're informed when it comes to Liberia before the war. So I got a couple of questions I'm going to be asking you. I know you will ask me some questions too. So
Yeah, I
you
mean,
ready? You
during
ready
the,
for you set?
I left Liberia early 80.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, early 80, and so most of the thing that I spent more time
I
out
know
of
you are
it.
here. I know you are here for the coup.
Yeah, I was there. I was there. Yes, I was there during those Samuel Kanye took over. The his
So
whole
during the morning of the coup, where were you?
I was right in upstairs on Galley Street in my uncle's house. I was one of the first people that started hearing gunshot early morning, and I thought it was firecracker.
Hmm.
That's, yeah, I thought it was firecracker people were shooting, And I said, but this time around, firecracker, so it become quiet and all of that. When I went to sleep in the morning, then we start hearing rumors saying that there is a coup being staged somewhere. I mean, somehow. So I left the house. I went to the second house where everybody can gather with the
Mhm.
other uncle.
Mhm.
Well, then people bring in rumors say, "Oh, they came over last night. They came over." So that's how I was right on Gale Street when it happened.
Okay.
You know, it came up to the radio did not come on that morning that quick like usual.
So
It,
after you heard the news that Toba was killed, so what really made you to believe it? I know you saw some action or you saw some demonstration. So how did you really get to believe that Toba was killed?
my man, there's nothing. Nobody will lie to you. The choiceful or the people from Nuclear Town across the bridge, they came and passed right on our street, jubilating from Broad Street all the way Broad Street, jubilating with leaves in their hand, going through Galley Street, go all the way to how you call it, so UN Drive. That time they have the water and sewer around our area. They were passing through the graveyard on Galley Street, I say Center Street, Galley Street. We were
Hmm.
upstairs in the building, the
Yeah,
crowd,
the water and sewer head office was right at the corner of Gurley and UN Drive.
the UN Drive, and they
Yeah.
have the newspaper across the street. The street,
Hmm.
that's newspaper. They were,
Was it Liberian Observer or Daily Observer? One of the two.
right. So
Yeah.
our house was close to Benson Street, upstairs, one
Mhm.
flight upstairs. I was across the street from the stopper field.
Yeah.
So we saw the group coming from all the way Broad Street, coming from the area education area. The crowd. Who born soldier? What they were chanting. Country woman born soldier. Something like that. I think I would say, but country woman born soldier.
Knitted woman born soya. Knitted woman
Yeah,
born soya.
born
Yeah.
soldier. Yeah. So they were running, going. I didn't follow them because I was just laying down on the push like this, looking at the crowd. That's how we knew that it was really true.
Wow.
And we went through that. You know me, I was a street boy now. Anything later on, I disappeared from the house. So people were getting shot and killed, even in the street, because we were in the heart of the city anyway. So nothing was hidden from us.
Hmm.
Nothing. We experienced it raw. And the ghetto, we had a couple of ghetto behind our house. So everything was happening there. Those soldiers that would come and smoke, plenty. Most of the guys that were there, they were dealing. How we used to say dealing. When you say
Yeah.
dealing, I mean, you say,
When a dealer, it means that person selling weed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, anybody dealing around here,
Yeah.
quarter, make our boy red. But I know we just got a quarter, and it was quarter, or down, make
Yeah.
our boy red.
Quarter may have already because selling down the thing became 50 cents. And you
Yes,
know.
exactly.
So when you're two going, you gotta pull your quarter together.
Yeah, yes. We experienced all of that, man. So young soldier guy that were in the army, all those guys told them they were the first people to kill self. You know,
Mm.
those two
All
guys,
right.
and
Let me just recognize some of you watching. My sister Joanne Nimnes watching. Carlos Seaton is watching. She says, "God bless you, Liberia." And George and Twa is watching from Providence, Rhode Island. We also have watching Joko Facia Thomas, Nyanko Momo Nyanko is watching, Joyce Wem is watching, and Asata Diallo is watching, Joa B. Logan is watching, Alfonso Daniels is also watching. Our lady is also on and watching, Joyce Wem. This is the throwback, and We are here every Friday, taking you back into time. This Friday is of no exception from what we always discuss, every Friday. And so today we're talking a little bit about, the coup era. Yeah, I know a lot of you have some of your favorite ministers in government those days. Yeah, like some of the names that were executed. Yeah, some of those names. You remember who was your favorite minister during the Tauber administration, and all those great things that we saw happening prior to the 1980 coup. You know, uh, I remember there were names like, right after the 1980 coup, there were names that we started hearing. In fact, it was from 1979, if Chicken Soup can remember. We started hearing some of the names that was right after the Res Riot. We started hearing names like Gabriel Barkov Matthews. We started hearing names like H. Boerma family. We started hearing names like Deacon Carlo. All these guys, Joe Wally. These were all the guys, Moses Dopo. All the guys were names that we started hearing just after the coup. Because I remember right after the 1980 coup, when the PRC set up their government, they had all of these names. We started hearing guys like Oscar Kuya. I remember he was the first minister for local government. You remember that name, right, Chicken Soup? Oscar Kuya?
Yeah, but you probably started hearing it right after the coup, but we were hearing it before the coup because they had Marcus Matthew had their party,
The
the
PPP, right?
PP first it was
Yeah,
PAL, and
yeah.
then it was right on our street down to the
Mhm.
graveyard.
Okay.
Yeah, they are the one that even staged the April 14th.
Res Riot.
Right. It wasn't really a riot. The government made it to be a riot, but it was
But
a
people,
peaceful.
people, people got wounded, properties got destroyed. So it
People
was a
got killed
riot.
and all. Yeah, I
Exactly.
mean, at the end now it became a riot, but it was really peaceful. Just like how you planning this peaceful protests that are coming up in July. And then you go peacefully. Then the government start. It was a government. It was a police. One police, I think, director. He shot in the crowd and killed two people. That when the riot started.
And
Okay,
yeah,
people.
but
Yeah.
it was staged at a particular points, across the breeze, one or two places in town, and then later on, everything just subsided.
And everybody, those who died in that riot, they buried them right on our soccer field where we used to play in the graveyard. They went and occupied our place and dug the hole and buried right in front of the Paco Mafia then headquarters because they were right there. Their headquarters were right at the graveyard.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's where they were not far from us. The PPP, sometimes they can come, the government talk about will send police, they come and ransack the whole place. Tobacco Mafia run away, they're looking for him. That's when, everything was happening right before us on Gallery Street. Oscar Kuya came here.
Because Gillespie was in the heart of the city. Yeah,
Mhm. And everything that happened, it started from right there.
and
Because Mafia,
all those government officials too, they were just right in the city.
mhm. So it was happening in our face. Most of these guys used to come and play checker right where we all used to hang out because it was right in front of our house, the checker ball was. So most of these people that can be passing, they were right in the street. So you can't miss it. Most people want to find, they were finding time to kill time somewhere. Now the checker, our checker ball, they used to come to kill time on. Big players in from all over the world used to play on our checker ball. Big player because it was raining out of the city. So you found Madingu, Sierra Leonean, Nigerian, Ghanaian, government officials, all of them used to come there. The only thing is they never drink there, like liquor or all of that, because we never tolerate that for people to be drinking, because sometimes when they drink, they misbehave. So we never agreed for them to do that. But I mean, everything unfolded right before us. The mass grave, it was right on our graveyard
Yeah,
field,
yeah.
you know, where we used to play. Most of these IE and barrel player then came from that end too. Most of
And
them.
that where they had where the Mav grave was, it was just directly opposite the Ministry of, I'm sorry, the Water and Sewer building, just adjacent uh
Yes,
where they got
right.
the National Disaster Management now. That's the building right there.
Yes,
It was
and where they buried Turbo then after the coup, it was
mm,
right in the same area too.
same
They were
area, yeah.
They were close to Center Street. The mass grave is close to Gary Street. Trouble then, they are close to Center Street. I was standing right there. I'm not saying they say, oh, I was right
Mm,
there. And when they brought Trouble then to bury them, they brought the prisoner then from the J compound. They were so sting, I have to take my shirt off to tie my nose. That how sting the place was. But we were right there. They buried them. They were burying them. It was very difficult for them to stay in the hole because the water was sitting in the hole, so they were floating up. They had to bring two they think I think like caterpillar them.
caterpillar, yeah.
Right. They brought two of them. The tree then that were there, they cut those trees down and put it in the hole. And one of the caterpillar were bringing that, holding them down. So the other one were putting the sand over it so that they can stay down. Now they buried them. I'm not saying this, so I was only 10 feet from where the burial was taking place because it was our second feet again. They buried them there. We had 2 feet in the graveyard, a small one and a big one. The big
Mhm.
one is where they buried the mass grave from the April 14th. The small one is the one they buried toward, and that was very close to Center Street. Center in the intersection. There's the graveyard corner that going center and UN Drive right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where they buried them. And we were the Gary Street young boy, man. My name was all over. Everybody knew my name on Gary Street. Chicken Street, Thomas.
Because you are a bad boy.
I mean, not really bad boy, but I was running errand for everybody just to make life, get my sneaker money,
Uh,
Scooby money. You know, that time green ballon, they had two green ballon. They had the
yeah.
cheaper one and the expensive one. You know,
Yeah.
you remember when green ballon when eating underneath it, you can slide on the sidewalk in the sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we used to do all of that.
Yes.
We
Always eating from the side.
Yeah, then you can when you setting part of the sidewalk, you can run, and you just slide. They sneak up and make you slide. We used to do that. But man, one day I did that slide. I fell in the street. The car came almost ran over me. And you know when car makes you, people that be slapping you all over the
Mm.
place. So we have fun, man. We have fun in Liberia. Liberia was those days. Your uncle gave you quarter or dollar. That big money. That money can take you to the movie. You go upstairs, 50 cents. You buy donut, anything you want to buy with it. Or if you go in Gabriel, you go to Gondo and get meat pie. You take that meat pie. You sit down. You enjoy yourself with it. You remember back then, Gabriel used to have intermission when the first show finished, then the band will play.
Yes. But I really never used to like going to Gabriel. My favorite, I used to like Roxy.
Yeah, I mean, both were adjacent to each other, but Gabriel
Yeah.
has the system that
I
when the
used to love
first show
Roxy.
finished,
I used to love Roxy because Roxy had all the Bubunyama rare on them there. Roxy
mhm.
was always now. You want any kind of food, any time of the morning, it was right there at Roxy.
Yeah, downstairs area there.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you want kuye, you want pifo.
Before you want chicken, you want Irish potatoes. I mean, everything was there.
Yeah, you want
Yes.
Kue were in the jar when it's still on, when the Kue
Yeah.
is still on, open, it'll explode. You have to be smart to not, for it to not be open for a long time. But the kind of Kue jar that used to come first. You know,
Yeah. Liberia.
I tell you.
Yeah. Daily Pavilion used to take the beer, the whistle on the car, watch the beer with the car. Say, yeah, the money has come. Lamco days.
Look, my man, if I tell you, I started hustling when I was a little boy. In the night, weekend, I used to make up to $3. And those days, when I made $3, that big money in
Plenty money
Liberia,
there. Plenty.
plenty. I used to go in my car. All right, when the people come into the club, I one of those kids that used to go in my car, would run behind the car. That's my car coming there. Over the weekend, you go there, the person will give you the go ahead to mind the car. You be minding that car till they come from the club, and then they put something in your pocket. We can be collecting that money. Sometimes you get $3 for yourself. The most I made those days it was $3.50 to $4. But those
Most of your
money
most of your intern beginning you used to be loose. You used to spend all your days on the street, all between the people car.
we can create way of making money. Rainy season, we can still make money. You got two umbrella in your hand. One for the man who you money a car. And when you put umbrella in your hand, extra money there. That one different from the car
No,
money.
no, man. I mean, you already creative. Oh.
Oh,
You already have ideas to make money.
look, we used to be, because everything was happening right in our face, right there on Gary Street, Katy Street, Broad Street. That's where the happening was, right in that zone. You know, everybody will come to club in that zone. When they go far now, that you go to Lips on Lee Street. You remember Sim was right on Gary Street, right behind the right where they said the Gondo and all used to be around our same area, and
Mm.
have they have this thing, what it in it, like Air Liberia. Air Liberia used to be right there, right?
Liberia was just right at Gurley and Broad intersection.
Right. So there's
When you go in to the old commerce ministry, they have arcade, and you pass between there. They have a whole lot of club. I think one
yeah,
you remember Roger Steele had a place somewhere. One big guy
they
used
have
to be in
they
council.
have
Roger Steele was a thick mustache.
it was Sims and Ake, and the other one was there. One lady, she died now. She used to be we call it Lucy. Lucy was one of the first black once I was a little boy. We didn't even know what nice dressing to go to club. All we need to hustle and make small money. Okay, we did all of that, and then during like for instance, if you're having a gala day ball for school, most of the school used to have their gala day either at the EJ Raw or the Executive Pavilion. Those are the two
Mm,
places we used to use a lot. You remember that right there? The EJ Raw used to have a hall. You
yeah,
know, some of the talent shows at EJ Raw we used to go for because they have a very nice stage.
yeah.
The executive pavilion we only used to use it for party, but
Party for
it
dance. Yeah.
you can use it for talent and dance.
Mm-hmm.
And after August 24, most of the time after we finished drawing, everybody used to kind of used to be a program at the EJ Raw. All school will come for that program. We used to
Mm.
go there. And
So when you left Liberia,
look, I came to America twice. Like I tell you, I was a street kid. I was in stealing, or not to say I was steal. I never did that in my life. I never went. I stole. If I stealing, I would steal from my house. But go outside and boss people car do or go steal from people home. I never did that in my life. If I did it, I would tell you because that was back then. But
mm-hmm.
my muscle was there, so I had the street life in me. My father brought me here first when I was young little kid, 13, 14, when I came to America. But I never grew up with my father. me and my father never together. My uncle brought me up. My father was in Egypt learning. And when he finished, he traveled to America. He sent for me. He was working for UN for one of the Arab countries, Saudi Arabia. So he sent for me. I left from Liberia with a diplomatic passport, G5 diplomatic passport.
So you're the one started. You're the one started it here with the passport being different. Ever since, huh?
No, because my father was a diplomat. So he worked there. He sent a letter. The letter was with my uncle for 1 year, because when they first asked me if I want to come to your father said, "I'm going to go to America." I said, "No, I'm not. I don't want to go to America." So the letter was laying there. When they told my father sent for it, told me that they will ask me again. When I said okay, the letter was 1 year old. They wanted to change a date. My uncle said no, let's stay like that. When I took it there, they stay on it. At the time you used to go at the embassy, they give you numbers. They will call you by your numbers. When they called me, I didn't even know what was. When nothing there, I was everything. I was clueless. But when I sat down in front of the man read the letter and said, okay, blah, blah, we'll get in touch with your dad tomorrow. Then he gave me another appointment. I came back. They said, my man, your visa ready. It was how easy it was. But when I got here, 77, I was my hair was loose. Me and my father couldn't make it because I couldn't even call my father daddy or pa. I used to call him by the name. He said, no, my man, stop calling me by my name. Call me Al-Haj, at least. I know he didn't grow up with me. Because he was a young man. He was a young man, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, he was not old when he got me. He was in his 20s when he got me. So he was a young man, just like my crowd of people. So he couldn't make it. So one day he told me, he said, my man, I want to send you to your uncle, because I used to love my uncle. My uncle used to like me. You know, because I was a little boy, my mother passed. So, and my mother was living with my uncle, my mother's brother. So my uncle said, hey, when he told me I want to say to your uncle, I was very happy because I wanted to come back to my uncle. So when I came back, I said, my man, you're going to stay there now. You got to change before I bring you back here. Those were my difficult days in my life when I came back. But still, my uncle was there. So even though I felt the pain, because when you come to America, you go by the thing, you finish graduating from high school now. Nobody wants to deal with you again, my man. You come to America, you came back, you do nothing. That was ringing in my ear every day and night. But anyway, I changed my life. 1985, finally. Then my father sent back for me again. So since I came now, I'm here. I can go back and come back. I can go home and come back. Yeah. So that's what changed my life, because when I came back, I knew that I had made something big in my life. I said, wow, I will go to America and I didn't do nothing. I just come back like that. My life is over. But still, my uncle was in my life. And he's the best ever happened in my life. My uncle that brought me up.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, he gave me.
Oh, folks, we here on the throwback, and let's throw back together. We want you to call into and tell us. Marvin M. Sako is following this live. Yasa Zina is also watching us. And all of you watching, this is the throwback. This is what we do every Friday. I don't know where is Zebra. Zebra, you can join the show.
And Zebra will come. Zebra ain't come. I will come and get him. Tell Zebra that. Go ahead and tell him. Say, Chicken Soup want you to come because we love your voice on our show.
If he's listening, I'm quite sure he will join us. So I just want us to take a break. Let's take a musical break. This is a song by our own Liberian brother, Morley Dolly. The song called Total Involvement.
HotWR.com.
Members of the Congress, it is my great privilege to present to you His Excellency William R. Talbot, Jr., President of the Republic of Liberia.
I consider it a distinct honor and privilege to have been invited to be the only Liberian president, indeed the first African head of state in this your third century, to address a joint session of your honorable body. The Republic of Liberia, throughout the age of colonialism, has held aloft the exalted torch of freedom as ordained by Providence, calling for the heroic emancipation of the African peoples and continent. In the eternal interest of mankind, liberating experience of the spirit of civilization must invincibly prevail.
Oh yes, when I think about President Toba, higher high total involvement. Zebra, you can call the other number, please. Call the other number. You call the station number.
By people, continent and shores, people of our race and color, in enhancing the unprecedented international stature of the United States of America today.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Facebook, we all know copyrights to this song.
When Americans will
This is Morris Dolly.
elections, exercising their universal sovereignty, our sisters and brothers in Southern Africa are being violently denied their basic human rights and dignity.
Oh yes, I'll tell you, that's a beautiful piece of music. Zebra, welcome to the throwback. One of the original throwback men has just joined us. Zebra, what's up?
My man, that song there, you need to take it from the top so we can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people don't know the story.
and my man, it's
That song
so good. It's so good you on the show today because I got plenty of questions to ask you about Toba government. So it's good to hear.
You ask me and I will answer all. I knew Toba personally.
I know. Oh,
Toba can follow his children.
your message is to tell him hello first before you proceed.
You can't just join our show yet. It started.
Chicken soup is on the show.
Hello. No, I actually I heard him talking about when he used to be Aaron Ball for us, me and his brother. Then he used to go to and he was very good at that. He was smart when he was young. I don't know what I feel like that. He was a very smart guy.
Is he
He
right?
used to be very smart young boy.
You right, that's smart, man.
Okay, Zebra. I will agree with that.
He used to be our Aaron boy. He was a good boy. He was smart when he was young. Now when he was very smart.
Man,
Everything you do it correctly. Just
Man,
make sure you
chickens-
get this one you put it by here.
Chicken soup, you got your flowers, yeah. The old man giving you your flowers, so you got your flowers.
Yeah, man. I agree that.
He was a good guy when he was young. He left from the unfortunate thing for me. He left from Liberia very early, and we now got to know each other. I didn't get to know him. I knew his brother very well. He went to America, and then we later on went to America very safely. Yeah, I'm not seeing him in person.
Yeah.
So I hope one day Jesus will visit Liberia. I want to get holiday.
Yeah, well, rather to open the line, Darlington will call you back. Yeah?
And I can use this platform.
We'll call you back, Darlington.
I personally will be kind of funding his ticket for Liberia.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Zebra.
Zebra.
You got to take the song from the table so I talk about it. Jesus morning.
Yeah,
It's on the show well.
No, 1 hour 2, yeah. 1 hour 2. You just made it 3. So let me take the song from the top. This is Morris Dolly from Bomi County. Let's take the song.
R. Talbot, Jr., President of the Republic of Liberia.
I consider it a distinct honor and privilege to have been invited to be the only Liberian president
To have been invited
and head of state in this your third century to address a joint session of your honorable body.
My friend, let me tell you one thing.
The Republic of Liberia, throughout the age of colonialism, has held aloft the exalted torch of freedom as a lean back calling forth the heroic emancipation of the African peoples and continent.
It's gonna be firecracker.
In the eternal interest of man.
Ziba, just tell us a little bit about the song. Then we ask you about some of the things about the Toba government. So let's firstly talk about the song. What?
Yeah, let me
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you this song was made. In 1977,
Mm-hmm.
then the government budgeted for the first time a private jet for Liberia. You put on a private jet every day. Sorry, the noise in the background. We in the car driving, and the students are doing a parade on the street, so you guys know it. We're talking very slowly.
You are better off, Zebra. We can get you loud. We can get you loud and clear.
So 1977, Thomas had asked Richard Henry, the Speaker of the House of Representatives,
Mm-hmm.
that they needed a private jet, because he told the people that he needed a jet because he wanted to work and he need mobility to move around. So the jet were arranged. When they brought that jet at the Rawa International Airport, all the government officials was there present, and Richard Henry presented him the keys. He said, "We are ready to work. We are going to work, and I got the tools." Then Morris Dollar, in the top musician in Liberia, then, if you listen to the song, he's telling him, "Mr. President, anything you say, we're ready to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just let us know what you want. Anything you say, we are ready. We'll do it." So Thomas then briefly celebrated the song, even though our musicians then were not getting a dime, that they could live by. Like you know the story of Morris Dollar died in a refugee camp here in somewhere here in our community here
In Banjo, somewhere in Banjo.
in Banjo somewhere in our community there where me and you lived accommodated. So Thomas was the guy who was a very active president. Thomas taught by acquiring the private jet. We Liberia had a private jet. Acquiring the private jet that could have facilitated his movement to accelerate the development initiatives in Liberia. So that is reason why Morris Dollar made a song saying, "Mr. President, anything you want, we allow you." You can hear that tone in the song.
Mm-hmm.
We allow you. So anything you want, we allow you. Thomas then ordered, after that private jet thing, he then ordered the first presidential limousine, the one President Trotman was using. He then put that aside. Also to report he needed a vehicle to move, even though their own vehicle was not bulletproof. But then he ordered the presidential limousine. And when Thomas spoke at that occasion, where you heard him saying you were addressing the
United Nations General Assembly.
The United Nations General Assembly. Thomas was then referred to as Liberia's great communicators. That guy was very eloquent in English.
Oh,
he
yes.
He knew the Queen language. And then he was a good man. I must admit, Thomas was a good man. Thomas was not. No, I saw Thomas in Salae. With only two security behind him, two. In Salae, only two security behind him. One SSS guy and an ASL guy moving between the houses, just an ordinary person. That had Thomas was. His children went to Salae. They attended the Polo Bush in Salae. I was there.
There were names in the Toba government that some of us remember. John Sherman, Frank Stewart, Jeff Chesson, James Phillips, Siri Dennis,
Pierre,
James A. Pierre, E. Reginald Townsend, Richard Henry, Toba brother Frank, who was just his house is not far from where we are.
yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite ministers you remember during the Toba government?
Well, I don't know. Today we are better off than yesterday. We got a lot of educated people in Liberia than ever before. The Minister of Finance, Stephen A. Toba,
who died in the plane crash.
In the plane crash. Stephen A. Toba was one of Liberia's brilliant guy, very brilliant guy. Stephen Toba was the guy who started this called Africa Investment Forum in Liberia. They had a place at the University of Liberia, kind of campus they call WADA. Yeah. WADA was the West Africa Rice, something like West Africa Rice Development Association, some kind of rice something. He brought that organization to Liberia.
And the guy was also the owner of the Maserati Group of Companies.
Maserati Group of Companies. He was the owner of Maserati Group of Companies. That company was family owned. Yeah. He had majority share in Maserati Group of Companies.
He had most of his nieces.
And when you go there, Terminator, you got one manager there called Seattle Trouble.
Yeah,
you got another manager. You got another manager there called all the Troubles.
All the Troubles. Yeah.
Yes. I must have a group of company. And it was then the leading Liberian owned companies that were involved in both exports of seafoods and all of those stuff. Today, I don't know how many Liberian companies are involved in exporting commodities from Liberia, local commodities.
Yeah, because I remember they had a company around the Maserati Pier on the Coast Guard base where they used to export streams and the red snapper.
Yeah, and they also had a tariff on imported, seafood products in Liberia. They had a tariff on it. You couldn't just bring any kind of junk that would get all of the junk on the market today. These expired chicken feed, they are bringing it from abroad. Sometimes these containers stay on a ship here for almost 2-3 months. They expire in for that's another point. They bring it to repackage it, relabel it, and give it to our people. You see the chicken feed can be looking kind of yellow or orange when the folk selling in the market. Those days, the regulatory system was working. You couldn't just do it like that. Because when you're importing goods to Liberia for public consumption,
the good thing about me, I don't do frozen stuff. So
me too don't do. I don't like it. Those are toxic products.
Yep.
I don't know how people need to start eating it. Without taking note of it, because then the Ministry of Commerce had a gigantic laboratory where they would test these products and make sure they are fit for consumption in Liberia. We no longer have those things. Stephen Tower was the one who provided the Monrovia City Corporation extra budgetary allowance to make sure the city was clean. Terminator, you and I saw, including chickens who know how the city was clean. I don't want to tell the story again. You remember I talked about how we used to do stuff on the flour and then just take a put sugar on it. The flour was clean, it was being washed. It showed that the Monrovia City Corporation had extra budgetary. The allotment was given them so that they can strengthen because the taxes the city was collecting to clean the city couldn't
I'm saying, to be frank with you, Zebra, my first time seeing people to waste water to clean the street was in Liberia. That was my very first time I saw the guys from the Monrovia City, the fire service guy. They see all of them, they cleaning the street. I was like, ooh, Liberia.
The city was so clean. Look, you will walk from UN Drive, pass through Center Street, all the way to Asmore Street. The place was clean. 2 o'clock in the morning, people walk down the street. That's how beautiful it was. Like I said the other day on your show, we need to retake Monrovia. We need to do those old things. Look, I don't know how we can convince our young people to understand this city they live in today was the most beautiful city. Even though our city now has skyscrapers, like other cities, like Abidjan, like in Gabon or in South Africa, or compared to other cities around here. Even Ghana was just recently built. Ghana now has skyscrapers, but the francophone country in Africa, they all have skyscrapers.
Skyscrapers,
For
yeah.
all Liberia,
No.
everybody to come to Liberia because Monrovia was a clean place. Very, very decent city. You come to Monrovia, there are no garbage on the street. They had designated garbage disposal sites. They had those things called dumpsters. I don't even see dumpster anymore in Monrovia, where they will place a dumpster in a particular community. Everybody will put a garbage in the dumpster. If you are doing construction, if you're working in the city center, the city corporation will provide dumpster for you. Every time that dumpster gets filled, the city will kind of lift the dumpster, go empty and bring it back, and you get pay a little fee to the city. I don't know what that's happening right now.
Oh, those days will not come back.
Yeah, those days can't come back. And Chicken Soup can attest to it. Chicken Soup were on Gully Street, and then that place on Benson Street where they got the must today. Even then the walk from Gully Street. So even though they have most of these walk from Gully Street to go, your brother, myself, and I, before your brother traveled for his education, we used to walk together sometimes to go to Benson Street to the mall. Look, all that Gully Street play, they've been poo water for the last 30 years. Gully and Benson Street.
Yeah.
That play one thing like that. They had a hotel over there. The play was very beautiful. That particular building.
Well, that hotel, was it Maxim? Was it Maxim?
No, not Maxim. It was not Maxim. I will come with the name. It was not Maxim. Maxim Hotel was on Broad Street.
Maxim was, Broad Street?
Maxim was on
Benson and Center, right?
Benson and
Benson and Gurley, right? Yeah, Maxim was right there. Benson and Gurley. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know where they was. I don't know why, but then this thing they call motel in the street corner. I now noticed that during the 70s and the early 80s and to the mid 80s, where you got this that decent hotel, Carton Hotel was a decent place on Broad Street. Carton Hotel.
And they had a club there. They had a club there in the basement. Carton Disco.
Yeah, Carton Disco. And you know why? People are now pimping their buildings. People are now pimping. When holidays coming, the Montreal City Corporation will ensure that if your building is not painted, you get fined. And public buildings were also painted by those officials that were occupying those buildings. Today, that cleaner is gone.
Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for
I'm on the Somalia Drive. The street between the drainage before got here is filled with garbage. I'm driving right now. I'm not driving though. I'm riding. Look, the place is so bad. People are just keeping the city dirty. We need to start to hold people responsible. If I see someone dropping garbage on the street, the MCC need to reinforce. The MCD need to deploy more law enforcement people from the police, so they can enforce these things, so we can keep the city clean.
So true.
I saw the guy that was used to leave from America in Paris and come to Ducal Palace Hotel for weekend. Are we having people coming visiting Liberia for weekend right now? No. We need to do better. Monrovia is our city. Even though a country boy from Lofa County came to Monrovia and had the opportunity of attending the best schools in town here. So that's why we're here. So I'm following. So let you come
Thank you, Omen Samson. Thank you for providing us such education. It's good to have the old people around because we need their wisdom. And this country is our country. Only us can fix it. So you listen to the old men. A lot of things that we need to do to, bring back the old Monrovia. But for me, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. But Darlington, you can call us back. We about to go to the lines. We about to take some calls. So let me go back to Chicken Soup. Maybe he wants to say something. Then we can come and take some calls. So Chicken Soup, do you have anything to say before we take calls? Let's hear from you.
We just want to appreciate our brother. What's his name again?
Zebra,
rather. Yeah, we want to appreciate Zebra input to our show here because I love his voice and he was a very good brother to my brother who passed long ago. And I just want to say, that, only now we see hotels in Cinco area there. Well, majority of the hotels were right in the heart of the city there, beside Duke Palace. Because I grew up right in that middle city. I can tell you, we had two hotels right in the intersection of Galley and Benson Street. One was across called Capitol Hotel, and the other one is Maxine Hotel. I know the family who got it. They are my friends.
Yeah.
We had one hotel that you guys hardly hear. You remember where Shanana was? There was a hotel right there they called California Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, where Shanana. As soon you pass California Hotel, at Shanana you go into. Then you have Carlton Hotel, and then they built that hotel was new. That was one of the latest hotel right there, the Holiday Inn. Holiday, yes, during our time, the Holiday Inn. And then you have French Hotel. It was not too popular. And then
French Hotel was on Front Street.
Front Street, and El Mazon was a hotel too, but the club was more popular than the hotel. Club there. And there was a hotel across the street from El Mazon. I just forgot the name. So those were the major hotels in the heart of the city, right there. Only now, after the war, they started building hotels in Cinco, but you hardly hear hotels around Cinco area. Cinco was considered a residential area. The only big thing over there, the hospital.
Was it after the war it became African Palace?
Yes, it was after the war. Because before the war, I don't think African Palace
was. It was not African Palace. Yeah.
No. So man, you're dealing with Racktown, throwback Racktown. We are the one that left. Can tell you more about back then. And you're talking about the street cleaning. Yes, the street were very clean because you remember I told you, I said my father sent me back, right? Okay, when I went back, some of the things that impressed me about Monrovia, it was the same garbage truck that was in New York City, that the garbage truck I saw in Monrovia. The garbage truck that sweep the streets early morning. He was sweeping the street. I was doubting whether I was still in New York. When I saw the garbage, I said, "That is the same thing in New York." So Monrovia was good. They were taking good care of Monrovia those days. Now, too many of our country people came. They spoiled the whole thing. They nyama the place. Tell you, man.
No, right. Country people.
But we need some civilized. Even if you're hungry, but clean your area. We're going to start taking to have some experience with, let me send control back to you.
Zebra, you have to take a minute so we can get to the lines. Just a minute would do. So just take a minute, then we'll get.
I just wanted to say something very quick about the education system then and now. We have government schools. We have government schools. People were leaving from public schools, competing to enter government schools. People were leaving from public schools, trying to go to private schools, trying to go to public schools. Because the public schools have better instructors. They could have called it DEA. I think it's the DAE or DAE, the District Education Officer for the counties.
Yeah, DEO.
DEO, something like that. I mean, they made sure that the government school was great. Every time I come, I like to remember my old man, even though not relatively, but when he came to in Nanomele, you have Liberia, they had instructor teaching. They had Ghanaian and Nigerian instructor almost most of the schools in Liberia in the 70s and the 80s. Okay. People from Zimbabwe were in Liberia teaching. Yeah. All of the people that have run away from apartheid for racist atrocity, racist South Africa were in Liberia, either American doctor, either professor, university, and then private school, high schools, they were all across the country teaching. We still have the peaceful volunteer that will come to Liberia. They are all engaged in one of various schools and teaching. Just look at how Liberia used to look today. So we need to go back to old Monrovia. So you can go ahead and take your call. I just wanted to highlight how education was there in Liberia.
Thank you. It's always good having you around, Omen Sam Science, Zebra. We have Darlington. Darlington, welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you, Terminator. Shikizu, how are you?
I'm okay, my brother.
I am not a Morovia boy. Alright.
What's your nickname?
Do you have a nickname?
Float.
Float?
Yeah, Z Float.
Z Float. Why you refer to as Z Float?
D.
Oh, D Float.
D Float.
Why you are called D Float?
You know, when you are young coming up, there are so many things that people are involved in. And when some of my friends listening, you're laughing. You know, when I came from Yekiba, I was attending, I graduated from the country in mission.
Okay.
So, you know, the way when you're young, the way I used to walk on campus, like at tipping toes, you know, we go bluffing those days.
Yeah.
So my man used to call me D Float, you know. Yeah. So, but, you know, I just want to share something. There is something that stuck in my mind about country. I don't know how did we get here. Imagine, you used to go buy things from the shop, and the owner of the shop that is selling will be lined up behind the counter. When you knock, who yeah? Then he or she will speak from down there. Yeah, what do you want? Then he say, I want candy. And he said, put the money there and take it.
Yeah, that used to happen.
The exact one that you're supposed to take and walk out.
That's so true.
That's true.
He come to me and say, yes, don't tell you. He said, what do you want? He said, no. He's going to open a jar, put it inside and take it.
Yeah.
Grab the faucet and take one and walk out. How did we get here that corruption has engulfed our country? How?
Well, if you ask me, I would say too many things responsible for, where we are today as a country.
You know, it's sad. It's sad. You open a radio in the morning, everything about our country is corruption. At least, corruption is that good. I know corruption was all over. Even during the past days. But people not felt it because it was dropping down there. All people from down there were benefiting. Look at schools. People used to give people scholarship to go to school. But where can you find those things this time? Before somebody gives scholarship, you must have done something for them. That is not even worth the scholarship the city giving you. Maybe Liberian dollars. The first time I came to Morovia was let. Yeah, 89. Because I spent all my life in Japan. When I came to Morovia, it was special to me. Because I not lived to that place before. But Yekepa used to be like small America.
Oh, so true. So true. All right, Duflo.
Thank you, man. It's just a normal that
I hope you will always have the time to join us every Friday because we are here every Friday. So hope you will have the time, Duflo. Thanks for being a part of this edition of the Throwback.
Yeah, thank you, man. Terminator.
You're welcome.
That Duflo, man, that not throwback is that in our throwback.
Duflo.
I'm talking about the late 80s.
The man say he grew up in Yekepa, and those days Yekepa was balling place. So those days, that man I agree. The men are picking, but the men got small age because those days Yekepa was balling. Yekepa was balling. Yeah, Yekepa.
Yekepa from era 8 to era 1, they used to call it the Yekepa of balling ball. But we won't bring Peking there on the show. This show basically, the southern part of the show, we talk about Morovia. Because we try to see if people will listen and bring Morovia back. This is a fine place. Oh.
I know.
We gotta bring Monrovia back. We can't go to all the counties and bring
We'll start bringing some of the old boys on the radio and old girls on the radio so we can talk
I want
Monrovia.
people calling off. I mean, people who probably can live up with Tottenham. I got no too much knowledge on Tottenham. I was a young boy, I was baby, I was a small boy right now when Tottenham died.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Tower, yes, I know it very, very, very well. So we want people to talk to us about Mr. Tower.
Okay.
How Mr. Tower did. Mr. Tower had a mission in Balatoa.
Okay.
That mission there, when the guys would go on the dormitory, all the boys then would not enter the dormitory. He had that in Balatoa.
That was the man part of Pepe Bush.
I won't go there. And those things were big things, though.
Yeah.
So we in Monrovia, I don't know how it was in the interior, but a lot of young people we now used to go around women. Women think we're not in our head.
That's true. You get your one. Those days when you're lucky, you get your one girlfriend. I hold you a B-way on there. Yeah. So.
They I heard you talk about Shanana.
Yeah.
So I one living guy named Tony Shanana.
Tony he had a place. Tony was the one that owned the place.
He used to have the Michael Jackson dance there inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Shanana. I mean, you have. That's why people say we begging airlines to come to Nigeria. We're not sort of be begging. Look, we need to be welcoming as Nigerians. Look, during those days, we had tens of thousands of Lebanese, American, German, all the different nationalities were in Nigeria.
That's
when
true.
you have those nationalities, yeah, the airplane will come because the people be traveling back to their home countries.
That's true. Oh man, let's take a few calls, then we go home.
We got left, so they're all pretty not coming.
That's
when
true.
you be coming in here, pretty
That's
not
true.
coming. Lanco were there, bomb mines were there, and Lag were there, Firestone were there. All these companies there were acting, that people were coming to Liberia all the times. You didn't know airline were coming to Ghana for nothing. You want to fly abroad, you have to go Ghana and go take plane to go. Because they're not coming to our country because we don't have people here who want to
let's save some of the information for next week.
All right. Your call before I take all your time.
Yeah, let's take some calls. Who's this person? Hello?
Hello, Nimla.
Yeah?
This is Henry Gofa.
Yeah, Gofa, how are you?
We don't address up our name, please. We got name here.
We say that?
The chicken soup.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of name some of the friends when we were on Galley Street. He was on Galley Street and I was on Sandal Street. He will remember, he knew Johnny Boy. They used to call him Soyo. He knew Sako. He knew one other guy was living to the end of Galley Street where you see that building they were having for the Ministry of Information or General Ministry. His name was Philemon.
Yes.
He had to go right up to the graveyard on the Galley Street side. He had Richardson, he had Jonathan, and all of them were there. All of us used to cluster in our graveyard and play football there. You can remember I used to live on Central Street, right opposite the Prophet Church.
Okay.
Now he would remember me where we were children on our street there. All the time I used to hear him on our net talk show. Sometimes I call by the call when I go through all what he was saying. I can remember some of those days. People used to run behind the pole, the late George Jala. He used to have the van from the police force. They used to call the net train or some kind of train, and you were going to the graveyard and no gamblers, so you were arrested on a Friday morning. And when they carry you to the central prison, before you get out of that prison, you have to come back and cut grass in the graveyard. All those things now you don't see.
Yeah,
all those things. So I hope you remember me too. My name is Henry Kofa. Here I will have some kind of misfortune in the graveyard one day. He was some kind of, like good player, football player. What the game team there. So one time the man they told me to man a goal. And he was good in the goal too, also on the field. Chicken Soup came, they took me from the goal. They said Chicken Soup can't man a goal. And all I know Chicken Soup was a good player. I said, I'm not leaving the goal. With children, the boy myself become a fail. He want man a goal, myself want man a goal. That boy call me. Chicken Soup call me. So 7 goals. All the blood listing at us, all you can remember.
So the man throw you seven blow all the time. The man was throwing blow. You were just standing there dodging blow.
He touched me on the blow, but he blow touched me.
All right, my man. Thank you.
I think it might be a very long time. I think around 67, 68 at that house.
All right, my man. Thank you. 70. Thank you. That was a nice throwback. We hope you can always join us. I said that was a nice throwback. We hope you can always join us on Friday. We gotta go. We ain't got time in our favor. So thank you so much.
Thank you too, man.
Okay.
Kinsu, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Okay, folks. We gotta go. Let me go back to chicken soup to close up. We ain't got no time. We gotta go. Chicken soup. Our time has come to an end.
Yeah, let me just give you some of the shout out this gardens. Yeah, there are just a few of them. Let me see. It started with Fumba Kenye, Kenye. I'm watching you live from Jene, Liberia town, Grand Cape County. Then we got Vivian. Say I'm watching from Liberia. Vivian David. We have Venetia's Junior Bar. Say I'm watching from Nikutam. We have Augustine Gray. I'm watching from USA, Delaware, USA. Thank you. We got Mervynton, or something. I'm following live from Nima County, Boy Yao Electoral District number 5, Blue Note Town. And we got Massa family. The old man Sam Simon is giving praises to our zebra. My man, the Terminator, is always good to share to start sharing the weekend with you. It's a blessing when I share my weekend with you. I know I'm getting good luck this weekend.
Amen.
I wish I could share it with you, but you will be way down there. I'm here. So then I won't even call you. When you call me, I will not even pick up.
I for you by your own, but I can't worry because I know what's up. So for you, I can't worry.
We need to send a shout out to your friend, our friend. Her birthday was yesterday. I wish she was Sab. What is the lady name?
Vera Sab.
Vera Sab. Her birthday was yesterday.
Our friend Vera Sab. I hope I'm getting a text. I hope she's not the one who's sending me because I don't have this number saved. But then somebody sent me a text and saying, let me see where is this text? Is okay. Yeah, this person said my day is not important to my brothers anymore. Oh,
that's important.
Then I replied, I said, who is this? He said, oh, wow, you don't know my number again. Then no need of this friendship, man. Well, I think this is a big the number. Let me see the number. The number. This number. I would check it up. I would check it.
Vara right there. Vara out there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Happy belated birthday to you. When was it? On yesterday, right?
Yeah. Belated happy birthday to her. Belated happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday to you, our friend Avira Saab, aka Evako. Hey man, how you can tell me say I forgot him about this friendship? I'm so sorry if I did not, acknowledge your birthday. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, but it's better late than never. It was yesterday.
Please call me. Please call me. My phone is back up. Please call me. I know I honor you your 56th birthday. But anyway, we have to go. We in America here. When you call anybody in America here, wish us happy Memorial Weekend because this is a big holiday. This is our own decoration day here. We say thank you for joining us this morning until the afternoon. We say enjoy your rainy season and have a nice weekend. This is your good friend Suleiman. Chicken Soup. And throwback. My name is Chicken Soup, but you know my real name on the nighttime spin. We say thank you so much, and God bless Mama Liberia. Back to you, Terminator, and good weekend. Have a good weekend.
It's same from my end. Chicken soup. Thanks for being there. I'm also, I feel so good every time sharing the platform with you because it feels so good. So, folks,
Right.
thank you, and we'll be here next Friday, God's willing. The same team will be here. We'll talk more throwback. You'll take care and stay out of trouble. Enjoy your weekend, and make sure that you hustle good for your family. Thank you, and stay blessed.
hotlbr.com, my piggy.
hotlbr.com.
Exclusive from hotlbr.com.